What's up, everybody? Hope everybody's good. This is the preview uh, for NXT Takeover and the Royal Rumble Sunday. Of course, the Takeover show is tomorrow. Sorry this got out late. I meant to watch NXT yesterday, and just got a little bit time got a little bit away from me. So I just watched the NXT show. There's a go home for Takeover, so I can now officially do the preview rather than doing two individual power bombs. To make it easier on myself, we're going to do the previews for both in one power bomb. We're going to start with the Takeover card from which airs 8 o'clock tomorrow on WWE Network. The pre-show at 7 or 7:30. Usually the NXT pre-shows are 30 minutes in length, so I'd say that's probably going to be 7:30. No matches in the pre-show that I've seen, but looks like a pretty okay card. You got Authors of Pain and Undisputed Era for the NXT tag titles. I'd like to see AOP take it, but I know for building purposes that Undisputed Era is probably going to retain, but I don't think they're going to retain cleanly. I think they will retain with a little bit of outside help, maybe from Adam Cole, and so that will extend that Authors of Pain and Undisputed Era tag feud out for a bit. But I do expect Undisputed Era to retain here. Next we have Ember Moon and Shayna Baszler for the NXT Women's title. I really hope that Ember Moon keeps the title because she just won the title, and I'll never be a fan of Shayna Baszler. I don't care what anybody says to me. There's nothing in the world that she could possibly do that could make me like her. She's bland as a... I feel the same way about her that Lizzie feels about Alexa Bliss. So, Lizzie, that's the best way I can think of to make y'all understand it. And if you don't know Lizzie, Lizzie likes what she likes, and she buries beyond all recognition that which she hates, and she takes every opportunity she gets to straight bury Alexa Bliss. I'm the same way about Shayna Baszler. I do not think she deserves the opportunity. I do not think she deserves the spot that she's in, and I do not think she's in it because she loves the business. I think she's here just because she's one of Ronda's bitches, and that's the only reason she got the opportunity. I give her credit. She's been, before this, she had wrestled in Shimmer and done some wrestling for a promotion out of Cleveland. I don't remember off the top of my head what that promotion is, but it's a very well-known indie promotion, and I give her credit for those two things, but she hasn't paid any dues to me. Wrestling in two indie promotions and then getting here, that's not paying dues to me. This is not MMA. You don't pay the same dues in MMA that you do in this business. So I do not think she deserves a spot. I think she's only getting it because she's one of Ronda's bitches, and I will never be a Baszler fan. I think she is just ugh. She is the female Brock Lesnar. If and I don't really care for Lesnar either, and she's the female equivalent of that to me. But I think, as much as I want Ember to keep the title, they may do some fucked up shit and switch the title and put it on her, which is going to be, it's going to make NXT a whole lot harder for me to watch, to be honest with you. But I wouldn't be surprised if they actually did put the title on her. Next we have Lars Sullivan and Killian Dane. I look for this not to go very long, and because they're trying to get Lars Sullivan over as a monster, I look for him to go over here. The jury's still out for me on him. I get what they're doing, and I understand, I get it, and I'll give it time, but the jury's still out for me on him. I'm a bigger fan of Killian Dane because that dude can do some amazing shit for a 300-pound dude. So I look for Lars Sullivan to go over there. We have the Aleister Black, Adam Cole, no DQ match. I look for this one to steal the show, quite honestly. Just because both of these dudes can work their asses off, and both of these dudes can brawl. These are two dudes that can do basically anything you ask them to do. You want them to brawl, they can brawl. You want them to wrestle, they can wrestle. You want them to fly, they can fly. So I look for this one to steal the show, and I look for Cole to take it. It's no DQ, so the outside help from the Undisputed Era might happen, but it wouldn't be what is called a a clunky finish, because the rules are such that there's no disqualification, so anybody can interfere and nothing happens. Last but not least, we've got a NXT title match. You've got Andrade Cien Almas defending against Johnny Gargano. I think Almas may win and keep the title with the help of Zelina Vega. But I would like to see, to be honest with you, I'd like to see Gargano get the Duke and transition away from, get the Duke, give Almas his contractual rematch, and then maybe the next set of tapings, and then transition into a feud for the title with Adam Cole eventually dropping to Cole at the Takeover on Mania weekend. That would be my ideal scenario, but that makes sense, and WWE isn't much for making sense these days, so what the hell. But that is your preview for NXT Takeover. Again, Saturday, 8 o'clock bell time for the main show. The preview show, or the pre-show, is either 7 o'clock or 7:30. And I look for it to be a pretty okay show. I think, like I said, Adam Cole, Aleister Black will probably steal the show. And that's that. So I look forward to seeing that. Next, that leaves us with the Royal Rumble this coming Sunday. Probably going to be a 4-hour show. So That means the pay-per-view itself will start at 7. If they do the normal pre-show for the big shows, that will start at 5. Probably have a couple of matches on the pre-show. Haven't heard when any of those may be at the time that I'm recording this, so I do apologize for that. But the Rumble itself looks like it could be pretty awesome. You got the Women's Royal Rumble, which I think is going to take an hour if they do 30 girls, 2 minutes between each run-in. I think that'll take a legit hour. I think coming down to it, I could see it coming down to Nia Jax and Asuka. I think if it does, Asuka will take it. But I could also see a scenario where it's used to set up a feud for Asuka with somebody else, and somebody else costs her the title. And I can also see a scenario where Alexa comes out and tries to distract Asuka and ends up costing Nia Jax, and Asuka wins, but because of Nia's beef, it is turned into a three-way feud. Then you have the Men's Royal Rumble, which I believe will take another legit hour. I wish that it wouldn't go down like this, but I think Roman Reigns is going to probably win it. Just because I've heard that plans going into 34 are for him to face and beat Lesnar. But I really hope that they don't go that route. Not because I don't think Lesnar can get or Roman can get the job done, but I just think they've done that, and Roman doesn't need the win to get the title match. There's another way around that. I'd like to see, maybe a Finn Balor or, even a Miz, for God's sakes, get the win. I don't think either one of those are going to happen, but that's what I would like to see. But, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Going in, we have the Raw tag titles, Seth Rollins and Jordan defending against the Bar. I think the Bar takes the titles here because of some, screw around with the, or tension between Rollins and Jordan. Not really much more to say about that. I don't like Jason Jordan in that spot. They're trying to get this dude over. He seriously, I think, needs a heel turn to get out the personality that I think is in there. He just has to be a heel for it to come out. Plus, I think as of now, he's doing kind of heelish things. So I think that may happen. Then you have the SmackDown tag titles. Gable and Benjamin versus the Usos in 2 out of 3 falls. I think it's almost a lock that Benjamin and Gable take the straps because of Jimmy Uso's recent DUI, and I think as punishment for that, they're going to drop the straps. It wouldn't surprise me if they dropped them in 2 straight falls as a punishment, but I think if they let it go 3 falls and they give the time they should, this match right here could steal the entire fucking show. I think that Gable and Benjamin are rounding into a great, great tag team, and the SmackDown Tag Division is fucking gangbusters right now, I think. So the SmackDown Tag Title match should be a pretty good match, should steal the fucking show if they let it. Next, we have the Universal title match, Brock versus Kane versus Braun. Oh boy. Y'all, if there was ever a match I didn't want to see, this is the poster child for that match. I have no want whatsoever to see Brock Lesnar destroy 2 men and walk out and not be here until Mania. But that's what's going to happen probably, because that's what Brock does. So yeah, usually the WWE title matches, not the piss break matches, but that one, likely a piss break, or a food grabber, or an antibiotic taker, for me. After that, then you have the SmackDown title match, AJ defending against Zayn and Owens in a handicap match, and if Zayn and Owens win, they are branded co-WWE champions. Jesus Christ. Do I have to go into reasons for not liking the way this is turning out? Can anybody see why I might not like the way this is going? They did co-champions in 99 with China and Jericho. Didn't work. They did co-champions with Layla and Michelle McCool. Didn't work. If they do that here, not gonna work. You'd think the old man would learn from mistakes of the past. Apparently he doesn't. I've got a sneaking suspicion that they may come out with a title. Hope not, but that is my sneaking suspicion. And I just hope I'm wrong. Again, I don't know about any special matches on pre-show or anything like that. Haven't heard anything. There was supposed to be a Cruiserweight title match between Enzo and Cedric, but Enzo got released because of the rape allegation. That's another issue altogether. Yeah, there's a lot to muse on there, so that will eventually get mused as well. But I think I've covered pretty much everything on both shows. If I missed something, I apologize. But that's your preview for Takeover and for the Rumble. I will watch the Rumble sometime, probably Sunday or Monday, and drop the Powerbomb with my thoughts on Takeover and the Rumble probably at the latest next Thursday. Just because I want to watch and let things marinate for a minute. Um, so look forward to those. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. You know me. You're the reason I do this. Thanks for fostering creativity. I love y'all. We'll talk soon. Peace.